It's no secret that I'm a huge fan of video gaming. I love games, always have, always will. Which is why it may seem odd that I'm not buying the next generation game consoles coming out. You might wonder why a gamer who has loved the hobby his entire life would make that decision. Well, it's no secret that with very few exceptions, games are shorter, with single player give less and less thought in favor of the multiplayer that I can't stand. The last generation has brought about a lot of good games, but I feel the signal to noise ratio has moved over in favor of noise, with more games chasing microtransactions and ads. But now the final indignity has occurred. I was hesitant to put up with $60 a game. It seemed a bit of a silly markup for what amounted to a resolution kick-up in 2006. I took the plunge, however, and the PS3 and especially Xbox 360 were pretty damn good. PS4 was pretty damn good too, but trends had started with the PS3 and 360 had fully metastasized in the mainstream today. $60 a game wasn't so bad when it was a guaranteed fun single-player game with a multiplayer extra. But many games nowadays feel like multiplayer clients with a somewhat lacking single-player game as an extra. Not only that, but DLC is increasingly common, and it's hard to argue that games more frequently feel incomplete, especially western-developed titles. A setup to squeeze another dollar out. And now, mainstream titles are $70 a game. No, not for the games being made today. Not when the quality of the games has been sacrificed for milking every dime out of kids in multiplayer games, taking up upwards of 100 gigs per game on a barely 1 terabyte SSD. What we're seeing here is an industry taking its audience for granted. Now, don't misinterpret me. Getting money is not wrong, and I'll never fault anyone for it. However, I'm not a crackhead, willing to pay more and more for less and less, desperate for that high. Nor am I so rich that $70 for something I kinda enjoy parts of is a worthwhile investment. No, for enough money to buy 3 or 4 Blu-ray movies or 7 albums on Bandcamp and Amazon, the new generation is simply not cost effective. At least not to me. This isn't to say I'm giving up on video games. Oh, hell no. I'm a gamer, and I'll continue being one for as long as I can hold a controller or work a keyboard and mouse. However, outside of my Nintendo Switch, I think my gaming is going to start skewing a bit retro for a while. Thanks to easy emulation of most consoles and computers from the 2600 to the PS2, there's plenty of games for me to explore. Not only that, but I have a huge backlog of games for the systems I own. So it's not like I'm lacking for games to play. Lastly, I'm hoping in a couple of years, when the cost of the new hardware is lower, that will bring in a wealth of games that have come down substantially in price. Games coming out now at $70 are very likely to be $20 or $30 in 2022 or 2023. By which time, there might be enough single-player content to justify the purchase. And of course, there are platforms like GOG that sell indie games DRM-free. Not only that, but I might be able to get back into anime, something I started falling out of as gaming got more and more expensive. Watch more movies and and find some new music to enjoy along with all the other options. Hell, I can get out of the house more. At least when the coronavirus spread is finally over. Haven't been to a theater in a while. Also, we're getting ready for another season of indoor football coming next year. So yeah, I'm not buying the PS5 or the Xbox Series X. At least not yet. This isn't a boycott, mind. I'm under no illusion that the systems won't find people who will spend all the money the moment a game comes out, and I hope they love the experience. However, the bleeding edge isn't for me anymore. And that's fine too.